So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the 19. That's Metcalf running the slant. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he could move those chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
It's Warren on 3rd down. And they fought their way through to stop him behind the line. It's going to be 4th now and less than a yard.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right. That's complete inside the 35. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns don't need long to take a 6-0 lead.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Evans now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start the ground here with Warren. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Rodgers here from the gun. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Connects with the open man downfield. And he's going to be taken down, but plenty of damage already done.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Warren running between the tackles. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Looking out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
Rodgers throwing on third down. Hits him on the out route. Oh, stiff ball. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
First down throw by Rodgers. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They'll throw again. Rodgers. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. Two great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down. Ooh, my partner's not happy after that one. Throwing entirely off your back foot, Brock. Something quarterbacks normally want to avoid at all costs for fear of, well, what we just saw there.
Kate, if we went back and we're calling games like in the 50s and 60s, we don't see that. Right? So much more fundamental back in the day, but so many of the gunslingers of today have gotten away with it.
Oh, intended for Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. And he's into the end zone for a Cleveland pick six. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of it. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Here's Carter on the return. And he's out a little short of the 30.
On the return, the Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Rodgers coming back after the pick. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. One after up is good from Boswell. And the Steelers get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap to Smith. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Okay, running backs might not be the most accomplished route runners, certainly compared to the receivers. But when it comes to body control, strength, making a catch through contact, this guy just showed out.
Smith on first down. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. We will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
Year after year, the best offense defenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has it well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Getting out to his left. And they take this in for the score. The Browns make it a 12-point game in the first. Geno Smith with the touchdown. On his Hopkins for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns bump the lead up to 13 points. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Evans now to return. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Right left side with Warren. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. He puts a Mayer under it deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
And the fair catch is made just about a yard or two short of midfield.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Smith. Finds him on the crossing route. And he gets the 1st down before being taken down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10 now. Here's Smith. Rolling left, buying some time. Hits his running back. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
As soon as he starts to escape, Kate, you can almost see that gunslinger mentality come to life. It takes really perfect defense to hold up and keep him from finding something, but if he'll get that 1st down, they couldn't do it right there.
From the gun, Smith on the move, headed right. That's completed right side. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Browns a 1st. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's a 20-7 ball game. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Ready to go with the 2nd quarter. And it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. And now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, a largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Out of the gun. Here's Smith. Buys time, rolling right. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. A very short kick here from the right half.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Cordarrelle Patterson now to return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers here off the play action. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Toward the sideline, and he's got Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Rodgers out of the gun on 3rd down. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing again, it's Rodgers. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to set them up with a 1st down on a huge gain. Warren here from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Rodgers set to pass. Finds his back, Jaylen Warren. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, break off the 1st down.
And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's another Steelers 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll go again with Warren. And a nice start here on 1st down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made. Working quickly here. On 2nd down, Warren. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Well, Rocky found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. defense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Connects on the crosser. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route going that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And they limit the damage, just a few yards on that game. Darius Slay with the stop.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst, the quickness, the pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
2nd and 6 now. Looking slant route complete. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. Mitchell gets it from the gun. Ooh, he made most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that 1st down carry. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Browns looking to add to their advantage. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Again, this is Mitchell. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st down, Smith to throw. Flush down out to his left. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down.
He only lost a yard, but how many times do we see a team who are just a yard or inches short on 4th down? Well, every little bit counts. He's got to just throw that one out of bounds. Don't run it out for the sack.
Smith to the air now. Chased out to his right. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Steelers calling their 1st time out. So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. A little more than a chip shot. This is 25 yards.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Patterson now to return it. Juke the defender. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Pressure comes, Rodgers. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. Jukes one defender. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's the Steelers' 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down throw by Rodgers. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Shotgun handoff to Warren. gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
26.
Rodgers here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
15-yard line. 158. Gas 300. Gas 300.
Working inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 13-yard line.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. It's complete to Warner on the sideline. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5.
Inside. 3-8. 150.
Again, Rodgers escapes out to the left. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
All right, here we go. They nearly gave it away on the pick, but the offense still out there. They're looking for 6.
630. 158. Plant.
They'll go for it. Rodgers gets this one to Freiermuth. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers make it a 1-score game before halftime. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you.
Oh, they got it. Intercepted on the goal line. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Smith on 1st down. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. He'll throw it. On the quick slant, it's Davis. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And they'll mark him down there after the dive. Now with 2 seconds left, we get the expected timeout from this offense. They're in great shape to get 3 here entering the half. Dustin Hopkins is going to try this Browns field goal. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And they'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Here's Thomas on the return. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Smith. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Smith. Escapes the pocket. He just throws this one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, Smith. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
The Steelers take over 1st.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
32-yard line.
Run for Warren here to stop the 3rd. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Blitz coming for Rodgers. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Third down, 1 yard to go. They'll run with Warren. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
1st down, Rodgers. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now Rodgers. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. So 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Three straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Mitchell on the give, headed left. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
2nd and 13. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Throw caught at the 6. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Mitchell goes up and over for the touchdown. The Browns make it a 16-point ball game. On is Hopkins for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Browns take a 3-possession lead.
36. Steelers 19.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Patterson now to return it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
Blue 58.
This is Warren, headed right. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Well, right side, caught by Smith. And he's tackled for a short gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Gas 300.
Throw on 3rd down. Gets it downfield, on target to Metcalf. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They'll come up 1st and 10. A give left side to Warren. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete.
It's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Makes the grab downfield. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
They'll throw again. Rodgers. Forced out to his right. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Pat Freiermuth the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here's Thomas on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side to Mitchell. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. There he goes. Right sideline. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns make it a 16-point ball game.
Kate, you saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebrations.
The Browns have it on the team, and they will kick it away here. Here's Carter on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
319. Hey, take 26. Inside.
Off play action, Rodgers. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Hey, take 26.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. Throwing the out route complete. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
First down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
1st down throw by Rodgers. Has him on a quick hitter. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
On 1st down, Warren. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's another Pittsburgh Steeler.
Working inside the red zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Pat Freiermuth the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
35-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Getting out to his left. Now here he goes. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Browns ball working to carry this lead through to the end. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
seeing that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mitchell again. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap to Smith. On the move, headed right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. He's out of bounds. It looked like they might have a shot block, but they're going to be left 2 yards short now. It's 4th down.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
The Browns are lining up to punt.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Rodgers here from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down, but some quality yardage on that play. Offense up to the line fast.
The Steelers first down.
Warren running between the tackles. And his charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
You got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
He lofts it deep left. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He's looking deep once again. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So they're left with 4th down here. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Mitchell on the carry. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
They send a man in motion. They give him out to Mitchell. And he stopped just shy of that first down at the 28. 3rd down upcoming. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. On his Hopkins for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Browns take a 3-possession lead.
Steelers 33.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. 1st and 10 from the 41. Looking out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. trying to find his tight end. And now it's second down.
Martin Emerson.
Hey, 88.
Rodgers set to pass. Short pass brought in. Into enemy territory and a yard at most from the first. That brings up third down.
Brings up third down.
Warren here from the gun. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have fourth down coming up.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
Hey, tick 26. 58. 58.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He's going deep this time. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go.
Back to the air. It's Smith. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Throwing on third, Smith. He's trying to go deep again. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And that brings up fourth and long.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Go to 50. Hey, you block him.
Blitz coming for Rodgers. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Rodgers will look to throw. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up fourth and long. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
That's good for us Steelers.
First down, Rodgers. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Jerome Baker has it. And the Browns take over just inside the 40. They're at the opposing 39.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up second down. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
They're going to pass it here. Rolling left, buying some time. Cut near the goal line. That's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Evans now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Return. The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Now start the drive with Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Throwing from the gun here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at fourth and long. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth. Desperation time here on fourth. Try and push it deep downfield. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Azareye'h Thomas. And the Browns tap it as he records the first interception of his young career.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we say so long from Pittsburgh.